this is me. This is my business, my way. If you don't like it, f*** off. Get on to questions. Oh, howdy doody, happy new year, Merry Christmas and all that crap. It's minus 52 degrees Celsius in here and it's 1:15, kick me in the dick in the morning. And here I am to do a bit of a different video answering questions from the interweb. Now that's questions to me, not just general questions from the internet. My wife's printed some questions off. Wife? Thank you. No, give it to me! So I don't know how many questions there are. 20 odd. I'm going to make this quick and painful for everyone, but I don't get time to answer them, so I'm going to do them now. No, this isn't episode 6 of Week. Let's get into it. So, here we go. Question number 1. I'm not going to give names of people. Oh, if it's a shit question, I'll give the name of the person who sent the question. Question 1. What will you be drinking on Christmas Day? For f***'s sake, there's your first mistake. Christmas Day has already happened. So it's not what I will be drinking, but what I did drink was La Luna, which is a Bordeaux blend from South Africa, brand new to the list. In December, didn't get a chance to put it on the website. One of only 3 wines I gave 10 out of 10 this last year, in 2021. Utterly stunning. Absolutely remarkable. I think it's something like 43% Cab Sauv, 38% Merlot. It's got Petit Verdot in there. It's got Cabernet Franc in there. That's enough for that shit. Here's a picture of it. Question number 2. Why wines? What the f*** does that mean? Why wines? I don't know. Why are you such a dick? I love wines. Question number 3. What's your favourite wine? I f***ing hate this question. I don't have a favourite wine. I have a favourite style, which is Bordeaux. I'm a big fan of Northern Rhone. They're reds and whites. I'm heavily into my Italians at the moment. You know, it changes like the changing of the seasons or the changing of a lady's scent. Move on. Question 4. How do you start your own business? I mean, I'm going to change that question to why would you start your own business? You would start your own business because you have such a passion about a certain subject that you feel you can go out there and tell everyone about it and sell them a good product. Or maybe give them a good service, if you know what I mean. Brothels. Question 5. Is it fun? Awkward question. I think if you replace the word fun with stressful, life-threatening and time-consuming, then yes, it most certainly is. But at the end of the day, you started a business doing something you wanted to do, so that element of fun is the only thing that keeps it going for you, right up here, because it can send you mental! Okay, question 6. Are you okay? That's pretty generalised. Generally, I think, no, I'm probably not okay. You should ask my wife and kids that.
I just wanted to say...
God, Jesus Christ!
I'm okay!
Oh, Jesus Christ! Let's move on. Question 7. What's the worst wine on earth? That's a f***ing easy question. The worst wine on earth is white Zinfandel, the Tarts brew, slag water, prostitute spirits. It doesn't matter, it's that sweet rosé made from Zinfandel that basically only prostitutes and single mothers on the prowl drink. I'm sorry if I've upset anyone there, but if you do drink it, you know, everyone likes their own different style of wine, but if you are drinking that, you're almost definitely a lady of the night. Question 8. The worst mistake you can make buying wines. Well, the worst mistake you can make buying a bottle of wine is ending up buying a bottle of water. When you expect wine, you bought water. Ridiculous. Oh, question 9. When is your next video? You're in it. I'm in it. I'm f***ing doing it right now. I'm assuming that means probably a Fweef video. F*** you, it's Friday. Those are coming. I've just been very busy and they take up a lot of time. So those are coming. All the ideas are up here. It's just getting it onto film. Question 10. Why are you not on Saturday Kitchen? Okay, well, why don't you run into an airport screaming you hate the Queen and you've got a bomb? Because it's ridiculously stupid. The amount of editing I have to do just to kind of make the videos better for a bigger audience is ridiculous. And I'm swearing all the time. It's a total pain in the arse to edit the and I've never been invited. That obviously would be the first step. So question 11, has COVID affected your business? And question 12 as well, we'll wrap these into one, has Brexit affected your business? In short, I'm going to say, of course it has! And it's been a nightmare. 2021 was a total shit show. Every time you order something, it all goes to question 13. Why do I only like certain types of wine? What a ridiculous question. Is that seriously one of the questions? Well, it's like saying, you know, why don't I like eating my own poo? Because it doesn't taste very nice. So everyone's got their own personal taste. I'm not saying eating poo is going to be one of them, but you've all got your own tastes. So there are going to be certain styles of wine, even certain, like if you say you don't like Shiraz, there's 200-300 different styles of Shiraz out there. I guarantee there'll be one that will suit you. So why don't you like certain types of wine? Because you're not trying enough different styles of those wines. Number 14, what's your go-to wine? Pretty much think that's the same question as what's your favourite wine. A go-to fallback wine, say if you're out in a restaurant, you can always rely on. White would be a Chilean Sauvignon or a South African Sauvignon. New Zealand, I'm a bit bored of it, it's too much, and New Zealand are in the shit, so you can't get a lot of it anymore anyway. A fallback red wine to me, because I like a heavier style of wine, would be a Chilean Cab Sauv or a South African Cab Sauv. Basically anything New World. Think of the country you're in, especially with reds, if you're picking a red, think of how hot that country is. Hotter the country, hotter the weather, the riper the grape, the more fruit driven that wine's going to be. So if you're looking for something with a lot of fruit in it, which I'm guessing you are with a red, always go New World. If it's a Pinot Noir, you want something lighter, then maybe stick to the kind of old world styles like the French Burgundy. Oh my god, this is great. Question 15. Do you do tastings? Oh, fucking hell, do I do tastings? I do tastings, you I have customers here, private customers who are local. They come to the wine cave and we taste and we talk and we fall over and then they buy wines, usually way more than they expected to because the wines are phenomenal. With my trade customers, restaurants and pubs, we always taste before anything is listed. You cannot go into, it's like buying a car and not even seeing a picture of it, let alone test driving it. You just don't do that. Remember, the pubs and restaurants, it's like a food menu to them. They want you to be impressed with it as much as the chefs want you to be impressed with their food. So everything is tasted, I do the tastings, I host the tastings. Do we ever remember anything? It doesn't matter, because there's always notes made. And if those notes aren't made, it doesn't matter, because all the wines are great. So, question 16. How has 2021 been for you? I think I shouted about it earlier. It's been a total shit show. Just because of shipping, customs, the weather has totally fucked stuff over, Brexit has interrupted supply chains, COVID has interrupted supply chains, so it's been difficult. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of businesses I see on Facebook who are saying, their most difficult year of business. I'm going to have to agree, it's been a tough year. I'm still here and still drinking, and that's what matters. Moving on. Question 17. How long can I keep a bottle of wine open for? I don't know. How long can you keep a bottle of wine open for, you idiots? In my house, probably 10 minutes before it's empty. But if you are one of those total who has a glass a night and the wine will span over 4 or 5 days, 4 or 5 days is fine. If you've got a really old wine, I would not leave it for any more than 1 day. By really old, I don't mean really old, I mean probably 7 years plus, because it will oxidise very quickly when you open it. The younger shit cheap wines that you keep buying from the supermarket, you big bunch of those will probably stay good for literally 8 or 9 days before you start to notice truly how that wine is. And it's the way you seal it as well. If it's a cork closure wine, you put the cork back in, that's ideal, especially with whites. Whack them back in the fridge. Whites will always last longer than a red. A red at room temperature with a cork in it, I'd say 4 days max. But to be fair, if you're just buying shit wines because it's alcohol and you don't mind the taste, you can probably keep it over for a year, you dirty. Question 18. Who thinks of, films and edits your videos? Me, and me. Next question. Can I subscribe to get regular wine deliveries? I do get this a lot, and yes you can. It's only been recent, towards the end of the year. I haven't mentioned it to anyone because I haven't had time. But yeah, you can now log in. You can just be a normal member and not have a regular payment, or you can subscribe and do a regular payment. From as little as £40, and you might want to spend £40 every year. Totally up to you. You might want to spend it every week, every month. So 40 is the absolute lowest you can spend, and then up to whatever you want, however long you want it. The money doesn't sit in a accrue. I always send you the wines, and as soon as you want to stop doing it, tell me, and I just cancel it. Job done. Question 20. Don't worry, not many left. Question 20. Question 20. Sorry, the ink's running out in here. Wife. Do you ever injure yourself smashing bottles? Absolutely. And it's worth every drop of blood. BAM! 21. How do you describe wines? I usually use my mouth and words. There's no key to describing wines. Some people find it hard to get the words across the line, but I think pull on your memories. What do you think it tastes of? It's always about memories, what you're tasting. You're not going to just suddenly make something up. If I say something tastes of blackcurrant, you've never tasted blackcurrant, and we're tasting it together, you're going to think, I don't know what blackcurrant tastes like. Everything's drawn from memories. Smell, taste, memory, everything. So how do I describe wines? Yes, with my mouth. Question 22. Are you drinking right now? It depends who's asking. Oh, that one's from my wife. No. I'm not drinking right now. 23. What's a reasonable time to start drinking wine? It depends who you are and what your alcohol problem is. If that's meant to say what's a reasonable time to start tasting wine, I mean if you're drinking wine at 10 in the morning and you're drinking wine like you would in the evening, I would suggest you seek help. If you mean what time is a good time to start tasting wine, 10:30 in the morning apparently. That's when your palate's at its freshest, unless you've just eaten a load of beef stew for breakfast. I don't know who does that. Did I do that over Christmas? Oh yeah, about 10:30 in the morning. So you've got up, had your breakfast, you've cleaned your teeth, and you've given it a bit of time to refresh the palate, and apparently that's when you're most sensitive. I will warn you though, like with anything, if you've gone like, you're doing a tasting, it happens all the time, you do a tasting with me, and you've gone like 3 or 4 hours, you haven't eaten or drunk anything, and you come, the first sip of wine, because it's so explosively flavourful, whether that be the tartric acid, whether that be the kind of creaminess, the fruit-driven elements of it, it's like the first taste is like, poof, it kind of knocks you for 6. That happens when you first try a wine. Don't take that as, that's what the whole wine's going to be like. Get over that, because you're a big and then have your second sip. And that first sip will have coated the mouth and got you ready to taste in the second sip. Final question. Question 24. What do you think of your competitors? Cool. I don't think about competitors. I don't have competitors. If you classic, just went to look at the video, realised the battery had run out, so here I am again. So competitors, what do I think of them? I don't think of them. I don't think of them. I don't think about them. I don't have competitors. And if you run a business, you shouldn't spend your time looking at your competitors all the time, because then what makes you unique? You block them out, your uniqueness comes out. My theory is, and my business partner, God bless his soul, saying, oh, you can't say this, you can't say that. Well, I'm sorry. If you watch it and you don't like it, don't buy wine from me. I don't care. You don't like me. This is me. This is my business, my way. You don't like it, off. Yeah, so if if you ever actually do want to come to the warehouse and do a tasting because you don't know what to buy at home and you want to try something a little bit different, a little bit sexy, something that swears at you, insults you, and then tells you to f*** off with the bill at the end, come and see me at the warehouse so I can romance you with wines. And yeah, we can walk around here. There's a shed. Don't ask. Do not ask. We can go to Spain. We can go to California, Chile, South Africa. It's like going on a really terrible holiday. And yeah, we can go to Australia, all there, France, everywhere. We can go wherever you want to go, and we can taste wines. But Jesus, broken glass, always on this floor. I love you all. Thank you for your continued support. And FWEEF episode 6 is in the making as we speak. I look forward to getting back on top with those once I've employed some people to help me the out. Anyway, I'll wrap it up. And again, thank you to you all. Let's hope for a good 2022 to 22. Just don't listen to anything Boris says, and you'll be fine.